If you like this video, make sure to visit our Vimeo page and follow us to get the latest update.
So, software testing life cycle. In this, we have completed, a few levels we have completed. Unit testing we have completed. Just I'm summarizing you. Okay, summarizing you. Okay. Unit testing we have completed, correct? Integration testing we have completed, correct?
Yes, we complete, yes.
Yes, types of integration testing also we have completed. We discussed with the Big Bang testing, top down, bottom up, everything we have completed, and system testing we have completed. Under system testing, UI testing, functional testing, performance, security we have completed.
Yeah.
Right, UI we have completed. Functional testing, these many types we have seen, right? In the last week, functional testing, input domain testing, retesting, recovery, compatibility, configuration, intersystem, everything
is done, yes.
Exactly. And even you will get this material also, don't worry, from Zerantech. Okay. Functionality testing, like all we have discussed. We have given our Zerantech given definition for each and every testing type, right? So compatibility, configuration, intersystem, regression, and then we entered into performance testing. For performance,
Load test and
stress, volume, slope. Have we completed this?
Excuse me?
Have we completed this?
Yes.
Yes, performance. Right.
Yes. Soak testing to note constancy means stabilities. That's it.
Correct. So what I'm trying to say is how much importance we have given for functional testing. The same importance we have given for performance testing also. Performance testing. Load testing. See once again definition for load testing. Running an application under user required load to verify the minimum load supported by the application called load testing. Definition also I've given you go. So if we execute our application with minimum speed, that is called load testing. What is minimum speed here? Minimum speed, nothing but client required load. Client required
load test. Okay.
Yes, is called minimum speed. Okay.
Okay.
If suppose Digo is going to establish a business. So what I'm trying to say is load testing is nothing but here is the place to verify our application or execute our application with the minimum load. See this minimum load. What is minimum load here? So minimum load nothing but which is decided by the customer. So which is decided by the customer. Okay, stress testing nothing but you suppose Dugo wants to start a business. Dugo want to start a business. She's asking me to support at a time for 5 members. At a time for 5 members to see her website. That 5 is minimum load that decided by the Dugo. And what is stress testing? So stress testing nothing but we can identify the maximum load or capacity of your application. See here, running an application beyond the minimum load means we are trying for maximum load. Okay, minimum load to find out a breakdown point. What is breakdown point here, my dear Hugo? So what we are doing is in above testing, load testing, we have executed our application with 5 users. Means 5 decided by Jugo, right? And then slowly what we are doing in stress testing, we would like to add one by one user, like 6 users we've added, 60th user we have added and we have executed. 7th user we have added and executed. 8th user we have added and executed. 9th user we have added and executed. 10th user we have added and executed, and the system got crashed here. The system or server got crashed here. Then this 10th user is nothing but breakdown point. Then what is the maximum load? What is the maximum load here? Breakdown point minus 1 is equals to maximum point. Where the system got crashed, breakdown at 10th user, 10 minus 1, it is 9. I can decide, yes, 9 is the breakdown, 9 is the maximum capacity of your application. In that way, we can coordinate with the client. So the summary of load testing is to identify the minimum speed. The summary of the stress testing is to identify the maximum speed. Yes. And then volume testing. Here, what we are doing is we are executing our application. See here, we are running our application under huge amount of the resources. To estimate the performance is called volume testing. In load testing, we have verified minimum speed, and stress testing, we have verified for the maximum speed. And the volume testing, we are verifying for the limitations of your application. We have verified for the why we are doing this particular one. Ultimately, the limitations of the application, limitations of the application. Yeah, limitations of the application. Yes, limitations in the sense. So data, volume testing, the data resource, nothing more. You see in your system, we have a C drive, we have E drive, we have D drive, like that we have drives, right? If yes, you just type yes here in the chart. We have, many drives, right? In your system, C drive, D drive, E drive, like this, many drives you have, right? So sometimes while we are storing the data, while we are inserting the data, you will get this message. Which message you will get? No space to insert in the drive, no space to insert in the drive, or no space to insert in the disk. Like that, you will have a message. Why you are getting that message? Because for each drive, you have allocated a specified space. For each drive, you have allocated a specified space. When you are trying to input the data, more than allocated space or allocated storage, then this pop-up you will get. What pop-up you will get? There is no space to insert in the drive. Okay, you are supposed to get one message. That is what, in that way we are testing limitations of your storage or application. So That's why what I've given the definition, running an application under huge,
Açtı şimdi.
running an application under huge amount
Uyuyor
of
annem mesaj
resources
yazdı şimdi.
to estimate.
You are mood. Press and mood. Okay. Make mark.
Running an application.
Press KT temporary. Temporary.
See, running an application.
Öyle yazdı bak. Press and
Running an application under a huge amount of the resources to estimate. Hugo, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here.
Running an application under a huge, I'm getting disturbance actually from your side. Yeah, I'm getting disturbance, Hugo, from your side.
Excuse me?
I'm
Yes.
getting disturbance from your side. That's the reason I have asked you to mute.
Yes. Now it's open. Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. Running an application under a huge amount of the resources to estimate the performance is called volume testing. What kind of the resource? You are going to implement here data resource. So we are trying to, insert extra resource from what we have allocated, and then we are observing whether our application is giving this pop-up or not. Yes, that's what we are verifying. And the next, soak testing. This is stability, consistency. That is very, very important. Stability or consistency. Soak testing in the sense, during this testing process, the tester will verify whether the application performance is stable or not by running an application continuously for a long period of time. Yeah.
For a long period of time.
Yes.
Okay.
Long period of the time. Definition also I've written, you don't worry. During this testing process, the tester will verify whether the application performance is stable in the sense stability, consistency, stability.
Yeah. To know the consistency means stability.
Exactly. Correct.
Yeah.
Long period of the time. So if suppose in load testing, what we decided, yes, my application supports for minimum speed. How long it supports for your minimum speed? 5 days, 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, 25 days? You have to specify to your client, correct?
Yes, correct.
For that, how can you specify? If at all you want to specify to your client, you must execute for a long period of the time. Correct? Long period of the time you must execute, then only you will come to know. Is this supporting for minimum speed or not? How do you know? You have to execute for a long period of the time. That's right. And then, so 4 testings completed successfully. Yes, load testing, stress testing, volume testing, soak testing. And then we'll go for security testing. This is another kind of testing. So far we have seen unit testing, integration testing, functional system testing, in the system testing, UI testing we have completed, user interface testing we have completed, and functional testing we have completed, performance testing we have completed. In performance, 4 testings are there: load testing, stress testing, volume testing, soak testing. 4 we have completed, and now we entered into security testing. Testing. Right, this is also one kind of interesting testing. So during this process, tester will verify the security aspects of an application. Security. Do you require security for your application or not? Do you require security or not?
Yes.
Yes. How we have the door? How we have the door in our house? I don't know.
Yes.
how we have the lock to the door in the house. So it means security, right? In this,
Yes, right.
yeah, for our application also, along with the functionality, along with the secure, performance, we require some security also. How do you know whether your application is having security or not? So first we are going to verify, here I'll give you a few things for security. Security authorization, here I'm mentioning.
Yeah, yes, sessions.
Authorization,
Yes.
access control, and encryption and decryption,
Yes.
like this. There are three types of testings I can suggest you here. Authorization, nothing but whether the particular application is able to recognize properly or not. Recognize properly or not.
Yes,
You
properly.
take, yeah, properly or not. You take Gmail application. Your credentials, are standard for you or not. Credentials, username, password, these are, fixed for you or not, standard for you or not. Jugo,
Okay.
I cannot log in with your username password, right?
Yes.
You cannot log in into my Gmail login with your username password. So if at all you want to log in, you have to use the credentials. So authorization, access control,
Thank
encryption,
God.
and decryption.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Authorization, nothing but why authorization? What is authorization? Here we are going to verify the credentials, right? So provided by the system. So for everything, credentials are very, very important or not. You take ATM. Do you have PIN or not? PIN for ATM. If at all you want to use ATM, do you have PIN or not? PIN code. And
You're.
post, if at all you want to specify your address, zip code is mandatory or not, postal code. Like
Yes.
that. Like you
Yes.
take, you want to get into the login, username, password, which are very, very important for you or not. These kind of, why all these things ultimately to, for identification purpose, right? You have SSN number, social security number, right?
Yes.
Why this? For, it is nothing but identification factor for you, correct?
Yes.
So
Correct.
these kind of activities, if we will test in your application, it is said to be authorization. These kind of activities you will test in your application, it is said to be authorization. What is access control? Access control in the sense accessibility of your application is very, very important. You take one application, business application, you take one business application, you're the manager, right? You're the manager. Okay. There are multiple roles will be there. Now, Jugo is the manager. Okay. Anil is the employee. Jugo is the manager.
Okay.
Anil is the employee.
Okay.
Right. So Anil cannot, Jugo can see all the applications or all the applications, but Anil cannot see. Anil cannot see all the applications what are all visible for Jugo. Why? Because Jugo is the manager. She can see every corner in the application, but Anil have some restrictions as he is only the employee. As he is the only employee,
Okay.
he can have some restrictions. I can have some restrictions. Jugo, I cannot see each and every part of application because you have restricted me. because you are my manager, right? This is called accessibility. Duo. So access control, in the sense we are verifying the accessibility, right? So restrictions and revokes nothing but, so like hidings, right? I want to hide some area and I want to revoke that area. So all these things nothing but access control, means accessibility. Here we are looking for accessibility. If suppose you have inserted ATM into the ATM machine, you got my point, Digo. You have inserted your ATM card into ATM machine, right?
Yes.
You have given 4 digits pin. You have given. Whether the pin is accepting or not, that is called authorization. Okay, your pin accepted successfully. Your pin accepted successfully. Then, yeah, welcome Jugo. Like you will get a message, welcome Jugo. You will get a message. Means you are getting proper accessibility. Instead of Jugo account, if Jugo will get Anil's account, instead of getting Jugo account, Jugo will get Anil's account, then it is improper accessibility. It's not proper accessibility. It's an improper accessibility. You got my point or not? Jugo.
Yes.
And then encryption, decryption. What is encryption and decryption? So if we are changing the data from readable form to non-readable form is called encryption. If we are getting the data from non-readable form to readable form is called, if we are getting the data from readable form to non-readable form is called encryption. If we are getting the data from hey, I'm getting disturbance from your end today. I don't know. A lot of disturbance. Okay, you just mute your phone. Yeah, I don't know. Today I'm getting a lot of disturbance. Okay, if what I'm trying to say is, if we are getting, if we are getting readable format to non-readable, hey, I'm getting disturbance to go. This is in recording mode. All noise things, are recording here.
Okay.
You are into recording. We both are into recording. Okay, please be silent from your place. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, encryption, decryption. And what is encryption? What is decryption? Encryption, nothing but here we are getting the data from. Encryption, nothing but we are getting the data from a readable format to non-readable format. What is readable format to non-readable format? See here. So, for example, A, B, C.
Okay.
It is converting. When I have entered ABC, it is converting like this or not. This is called decrypt. Now, here is a place to, verify whether the data is converting from readable format to non-readable or not. If suppose you have entered your PIN code or ATM 4 digits you have given, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like that you have given. Is this displaying in the same manner? No. It is not displaying in the same manner. It will be displayed into some other format, like star, 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 or question mark. Like that you will see. So that's what we are verifying. We are verifying for that. Here is the place to convert the data is able to from readable form to non-readable format or not. Readable. If suppose I am given the ATM, my ATM code 1, 2, 3, 4. How it will be displayed? It will be displayed like this. It will be displayed like this. Star, 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 star.
Okay.
The data to be converted, that's not your responsibility. That is the responsibility for developer. But you are verifying whether the data is converting from readable format to non-readable or not. The readable format to non-readable or not. Okay, right.
Mm-hmm.
The next one, decryption in the sense again, vice versa. Here we are verifying our data for our data whether it is converting from non-readable to readable or not. Non-readable to readable or not. Reverse of the given data.
Yes.
Reverse.
Uh-huh.
So unlock, if suppose you take your mobile phone, are you, what I'm trying to say is if you will take your mobile, from my side now it is just, so what I'm trying to say is, uh,
You try this.
yeah. So here what
Okay.
we are doing is we are getting the data from, what we are doing is we are getting the data from abnormal stage to normal stage. What is abnormal? What is normal here? So see this one. So
Mm-hmm.
we have entered the data in the above. We have given 1234 as my password, and it is converting. You take Gmail. How do you enter the password for Gmail?
Yes.
You, you are
Okay.
into this format, right? Like,
Blank. Yes. Uh-huh.
but that will be displayed into this format, right?
Yes. Okay.
This is what encryption testing. But in the
Encryption
system,
testing. Okay.
it should be code. It should be decode, right? Where there should be encryption, there should be decryption. It should be decode. If suppose your password has been locked,
Yes.
then how do they unlock your password? Like this, whatever you have entered, that is into this, that will be stored into the system in this format, and then they are going to unlock, and then they will see your data, exactly original data, whatever you have entered. You take your mobile phone, so you have, you can set key or not, like you can set a password or not for your mobile. Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
You can set the password. So that is into this format. When you entered something in the system, it will be stored like this. Whenever you are getting unfortunate problems, the system stored like this, but it will be converted in the form of actual position. If suppose you forget your password, again you are trying to create the new password. You forget your password, again you are trying to get the new password, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So they will ask you few questions, correct or not? The application may ask you few questions. What is your
Yes.
nickname?
Correct. Yes. Yeah. Few
Like
questions.
some few questions the system will ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yes.
When you have given the suitable answer,
Mm-hmm.
then again system will decode the data like this.
Okay.
You
Correct.
got my point or not? Do you go? So all these things required for your application also. So finally, how can I summarize? I can conclude you. Security, nothing but this testing, in this process, tester will verify the security aspects of an application. What are the security aspects? Authorization, access control, encryption, and decryption.
Yes.
And decryption. These things, we have to test. Right. All right. Okay. Then these are all, general testings, some miscellaneous testings, but sometimes very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
So now all are individual testings. Now what we are going to see, all are individual testings. All testings now we are going to see. See this random testing. What is random testing? During this testing, tester will verify The test functionality of an application at a random tester will follow this when we have less time to test an application. See, during this testing, tester will verify the functionality randomly. So now what Jugo is doing, Jugo is verifying random testing, randomly each and every requirement. There are 100 requirements out there, Jugo. In your project, there are 100 requirements out there. What Jugo is doing,
Yeah. Okay.
Jugo is
Sen de
testing,
oturtayım.
randomly,
Ne diyor ki? Okay.
right? Randomly.
Random. Why?
Yes.
Okay.
She's tested fifth requirement, then she tested eighth requirement, she tested 25th requirement, she tested 48th requirement, like that, randomly, based on her experience. She can suspect few areas in the application or impacted areas in the application. That's called random testing. That's called random testing. Okay.
Testing, less time to test application. Okay. We have run the test.
Yes. Random testing, nothing but randomly, if we perform the testing activity, is said to be random testing. You take Gmail. There should be login, right? Login.
Yeah. Login.
There should be inbox, right?
Yes, absolutely. This is login. Yapıyorsun.
Yeah, there should be login, there should be inbox, there should be compose, correct or not?
Yes, correct.
So randomly you are verifying. There are many features are there in that. There are many features in that, in that, but you are verifying randomly. So you would like to pick some requirements and you would like to verify the requirements. There is no sequential process here. Based on your past experience, you just you are going to verify the impacted areas of your application. That's called random testing. That's called random testing. You got my point?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's called random testing. Okay, I understand.
See, this testing an application without a proper documentation is called ad hoc testing. Testing an application without proper documentation is called ad hoc testing. There is no documentation for this, but you are testing. Testing an application without proper documentation is called ad hoc testing. Okay, Diego, there is no documentation. Just you're testing, you're performing a raw testing, RAW. You're performing a raw testing. This said way ad hoc testing. Usually this kind of testing can be performed by the developer when, before they're deploying the code to the testing. Once, they're going to, they don't have documentation, they just do the testing.
Okay, which
They just verify the flow. Yeah.
Okay.
Ad hoc testing. Testing an application without proper documentation is called simple ad hoc testing. There is no document at all. So just you're thinking that you have to test and you tested. That's it. No documentation.
Okay.
In the next chapter, from the next chapter, you'll come to know what kind of the different documentation part a test engineer should implement. Okay, from the next chapter you will come to know what kind of the documentation we are going to follow, we are going to use as a test engineer. From the next chapter you will come to know. Duo. Here ad hoc testing, nothing but there is no such kind of the documentation. So directly we can perform the testing without using any documentation. It's called ad hoc testing. Okay.
Okay. Ad hoc testing. No documentation.
Random testing. Okay. And then initial level testing process. Actually, we have discussed about so many testing so far, right?
Yes.
But this is the first and foremost testing. This is the first and foremost testing which will be done by the NA testing team. Initial level testing, this is nothing but initial level testing. Initial level testing.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
if suppose the build released, today only the build released, today only build released, today only the build released. So directly we cannot go and perform our testing activity. What exactly your senior test engineers will perform? They will perform two types of testing activities: sanity testing, smoke testing. Sanity testing, smoke testing. What is sanity testing? Sanity testing, nothing but they are verifying for the readiness of the application. They are verifying for the readiness of the application. See this during this testing process. Test lead will verify the major functionalities of an application. Smoke testing, nothing but during this testing process, the test lead will verify the readiness of an application. A smoke testing, nothing but readiness of the application. We are going to verify readiness of the application. Each and every links are opening properly or not. You go. So once the project released, before you test, first your lead, your QA lead or manager, they will verify, they will perform this testing.
Okay.
So here, this testing divided into two types. You go initial level testing, divided into two types. One is smoke testing, another one is sanity testing. So what is smoke testing? Here we are going to verify readiness of the application. All the links opened or not. All the pages opened or not. All the APIs hitting or not. Just readiness of the application we are verifying. Sanity testing, nothing but. Yeah, all the major functionalities covered or not. All the major functionalities covered or not. That is what we are verifying. Okay, you go.
Okay.
If suppose I want to, there is a WhatsApp. I want to verify. I want to verify. I want to chat with you. First, I need to ping you or not. I need to ping a message to you or not. Are you available? Okay. I have to ask you.
Okay.
Are you available? Right. So what I'm trying to say is that is what initial activity to chat with you. Right. So smoke testing is nothing but readiness of the readiness of the application we are going to verify, and sanity nothing but all the major functionalities covered properly or not. That is what we are going to verify. Major functionalities covered or not. And then next testing is yes, random testing already we have done. A random testing alternative name is monkey testing. A random testing alternative name is monkey testing. Random testing, monkey testing, chimpanzee testing. See this name, chimpanzee testing, gorilla testing. All will be same. See, how animals testings all are
Yes, yes.
random testing,
Yeah.
monkey testing, chimpanzee testing,
Yes.
gorilla testing. When we have less time to test an application or more requirements, we use random testing. The changes of getting errors and more again, testing the functionality of an application at random is called random testing. In organization, it is rarely used, So random testing already we discussed. Right, if you will verify the random requirements set to be random testing. If you verify the random requirements, nothing but random testing. Very simple, very simple.
Yes, very simple.
And mutation testing. Mutation, what is mutation? See, wantedly, developers, what exactly they are doing is wantedly developers, sometimes introduce the known mistakes or known errors. So here, See, Jugo, you are the test engineer, okay? You are the test engineer, okay?
Okay.
Myself, I am the developer. Myself, I am the developer. What Anil is doing, wantedly, Anil would like to introduce the known mistakes. Wantedly, Anil would like to introduce the known mistakes into Jugo's application. Then Anil can wait. Anil can observe whether really Jugo is able to identify the created defects or not. Just I'm testing you. I am testing you. Okay. You are
Okay.
testing the application, right? As a test engineer, you are testing the application, correct?
Yeah, correct.
But I am testing you. How do I test you? Yes, wantedly, I would like to
Wantedly, yeah.
create, yeah, wantedly, I would like to create the known mistakes, the mistakes which I know very well. Wantedly, I would like to incorporate the mistakes into your application. Then I can verify whether the Jugo is identifying these mistakes or not. Jugo is identifying these mistakes or not as a test engineer.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Why? To identify the efficiency of the test engineer, we are verifying. To identify the efficiency of the test engineer, we are going to implement this particular testing. That is called mutation testing. Okay.
Okay.
So this
Mutation.
type of testing is called mutation. Again, you can read it one by one. Read it.
Abundantly,
Yeah.
developers sometimes
Yeah.
introduce those
Yeah.
errors to the logic of the application to estimate the efficiency of tester. This type of testing is called mutation testing.
Exactly.
Okay.
So far, what we have done, really, you cannot understand, you cannot realize about the defect which you identify from your general process. But this is unlike our general process. Wantedly, developer knows where they have given the defects inside of your logic. Wantedly, they would like to create, and then wantedly they would like to create, and then they will test you whether the test engineer is able to identify the defect or not. That's it. Okay. And the next L10N testing and I18N testing. L10N testing and I18N testing. What is L10N testing? By using this testing, we can verify cultural differences. L10N testing, nothing but by using this testing, we can verify. L10N, nothing but localization. Hey, Jugo, what is the full form of L10N? Localization.
Localization. Okay.
Exactly. What is I18N testing? Internationalization. L10N, nothing but localization. You just write down the definition for local, you spell out localization. You spell out for localization. What, I'll write here. Don't worry.
Localization, not N.
See, L10N, nothing but localization. See here.
Nerede bileyim Elif ben burada?
See, localization. Okay.
En son sevdiğim kelime ki bu.
Listen. First, listen to me. You will come to know everything. Localization, L10N, nothing but it is a short form of localization. Between L and N, you just count the characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh yeah. Okay.
10 characters are there, right?
Yes.
Between L and N, you'll have 10 characters. That's the reason I said in short form. In short, I said L10N testing. You got my point. So what is, I18N testing? Internationalization. Internationalization. See this? Between I and N, you'll have 18 characters. You'll have 18
Oh, yes, I see. Yeah. Uh-huh.
characters.
Uh-huh.
So that's the reason I said in short
Yes,
I18
18
and
and 10
testing.
characters. Yes.
Now you
Localization
understood,
and
right? Why
translation.
I said
Yes.
L10N, why I
Oh,
said I18N, right?
yes, absolutely. This is so weird. Yeah.
Yeah, these two are two kinds of testing. Localization testing, that is nothing but L10N testing in short form. And the second one will be internationalization testing. Between I and N, you will have 18 characters. In
Yes.
short, actually, yes, we have given like this.
Okay.
Right. So by using this testing, we can verify cultural differences. See here, we can verify whether our application is fit for the national standards or not. Here we can verify whether the application is fit for national standards or not. Localization in the sense local standards or not. So your language is different or not. Your application is different or not. Your
Yeah.
postal code is different or not. Your
Yes.
phone number is different or not. Your language is different or not. Your currency is different or not. Right?
Yes. Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
in the application, if we are verifying for all of them, nothing but localization. Right? Whether my application is fit for my local standards or not. So if suppose I am into New Jersey, my currency is different, my time zone is different, agreed or not?
Yes. Okay.
My time zone is different, my language is different,
Yes.
right? And my year format is different. Some date format is different.
Yes. Yes.
Some
Everything.
companies,
Yeah.
yes. So
Everything.
wherever the differences will be there, those differences, if we are verifying from our application, is actually localization testing. What is internationalization testing? Internationalization testing means whether our application is fit for international standards or not. International standards or not. So you take USA, United States, right, of America.
Yes.
So state to state differences will be there or not? Again, which are international, standards. Again, time zone is going to be different. Phone numbers are going to be different. Phone numbers are going to be different. Internationally, also these differences will be there, right?
Yes.
Local differences, if we are verifying for the local differences, nothing but L10, and if we are verifying for international international differences, nothing but
Mhm.
I10N. So you see, you just type in Google, what is L10N, what is I18N. You just type in Google, you'll have more information. You will get more information, correct?
Yes.
You just type it, L10N and I18N. Along with the examples, they have given you a good information and get all of 10 and understand all of 10.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And the other testing already we have seen. See, testing the functionality of an application without proper documentation is called ad hoc testing. This is usually used by small companies. Sometimes even in large organizations, this testing is used due to lack of time. Both of the above testing processes are not, should not be done regularly. What is ad hoc testing? If you have less time, Jugo is having less time to check more number of requirements. What Jugo is doing, Jugo is implementing this testing without implementing proper documentation. Without implementing proper documentation. That's
Yes.
called ad hoc testing. Thank you, Dugo. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to visit our Vimeo page and follow for more upcoming videos.